watching of Kishkindha Kaandam.
Oh, I fell down and bunked my head.
If you saw us on YouTube, you saw a very cut version because of copyright reasons. If you like to see a full cover version of this and other
Who needs cocaine
Malayalam
when you've got
films,
OSR?
you can head over to Patreon or channel memberships. Up all the good shit show up and comments. Go check that out.
Check this out.
At the end of this part, we will talk about the movie and review it, okay?
Whatever. Jiminy? Hey, you got a, is that Monopoly up there?
Let's finish this movie, huh?
Get spoiled, bitch. So good.
Chachu! Chachu!
പിടിച്ചു വാങ്ങാൻ നോക്കിയതാ ചേട്ടാ പിടിച്ച് തന്നില്ല
എനിക്കൊരു കുഴപ്പമില്ല. എൻ്റെ കാര്യം നോക്കാൻ എനിക്കറിയാം. Ravi.
She overdosed?
Yeah. Keep burning it.
അവിടെ കീമോ ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ട്.
ഏത് ഹോസ്പിറ്റലിലാണ് കീമോ ചെയ്യുന്നത്?
BMC ഹോസ്പിറ്റൽ.
ഇങ്ങനെയുള്ള പേഷ്യൻസിനെ കുറച്ചുകൂടെ കെയർഫുൾ ആയിട്ട് ഡീൽ ചെയ്യണ്ടേ?
ഡോക്ടർ
Very interstellar reminiscent.
നിന്നെ ഇന്ന് കണ്ടേയില്ലല്ലോ. മണിയനോടൊന്ന് വരാൻ പറയണം. ആ മാവിൻ്റെ കൊമ്പ് ഓടിലേക്ക് ചാഞ്ഞ് നിൽപ്പുണ്ട്. എൻ്റെ കൈ കൊണ്ട് എന്തെങ്കിലും പറ്റിയിട്ടുണ്ടോ എന്ന് അറിയണമെന്നേ ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നുള്ളൂ. തിരുത്താൻ പറ്റാത്ത കള്ളങ്ങൾ പറയരുത്. മാർച്ച് 19 നിങ്ങൾ മെഡിക്കൽ കോളേജിൽ പോയത്. കീമോ ചെയ്തവരുടെ ഡീറ്റെയിൽസ് ആശുപത്രി റെക്കോർഡിക്കല. എൻ്റെ പിസ്റ്റലില് 2 ബുള്ളറ്റ് കുറവായിപ്പോ. നിങ്ങൾ ആരുടെ കൈ കൊണ്ടാണ് സംഭവിച്ചതെന്ന് എനിക്കറിയില്ല. ഞാൻ ചോദിക്കുകയില്ല. അബദ്ധത്തിൽ പറ്റിയതാണെങ്കിലും കേസ് മർഡറായിട്ടേ വരൂ. അവക്കിങ്ങനെ ഒന്നുകൂടി താങ്ങാനുള്ള ശേഷിയില്ല. എൻ്റേതൊരു റിക്കവറി ഇല്ലാത്ത അസുഖമാണ്. പക്ഷേ ഇപ്പം ഞാനെല്ലാം ഹാപ്പിയാ. അതൊരു ഫ്രീഡം അല്ലേ? നമുക്കിഷ്ടമുള്ള റിയാലിറ്റിയിൽ മാത്രം ജീവിക്കാനുള്ള ഫ്രീഡം.
അന്നത്തെ ആ രാത്രി തൊട്ട് ഉള്ളിലുള്ള ചോദ്യം ചച്ചു എവിടെയെന്ന്. പക്ഷെ എനിക്കത് അച്ഛനോട് ചോദിക്കാൻ കഴിയുമെന്ന് തോന്നില്ല.
പരസ്പരം കൺസേൺഡ് ആയിട്ടുള്ള കുറച്ച് ആൾക്കാരുടെ ഇടയിലാണ് ഞാൻ എത്തിപ്പെട്ടത്. മൊറാലിറ്റി അല്ല, കൺസേൺ ആണ് അവരെ ചേർത്ത് നിർത്തുന്നത്. ഇന്ന് ഞാനും അവരിൽ ഒരാളാണ്. ഈ യാത്ര നാഗ്പൂരിലേക്കാണ്. എനിക്കും അജയേട്ടനും അറിയാം കാണാൻ പോകുന്നത് ചച്ചുവിനെ അല്ലാന്ന്. ചില കാര്യങ്ങൾ അങ്ങനെയാ, അഭിനയിച്ച് തീർത്തേ തീരൂ.
Is that him? He's definitely doing this. Wait! Are they implying that that's the child?
No.
No, they're not.
No.
It has been long enough. But
Yeah.
why that shot at the end?
Because
that
he knows and helped him get rid of the body. That's my guess.
But why would the dad? Obviously, it was a monkey mortuary. I mean, not mortuary, monkey reserve. Right? That's where he lived.
Right.
But
Okay.
it's implying there, though, at the end, with the wave.
Well, he goes and sees him all the time.
There's more there, and it was always more with the monkeys.
Yes.
So clear, obviously, the dad knows that the mom accidentally killed the kid because of the tussle there. But the
Correct.
dad thinks that his forgetfulness, I think, and the kid found his gun and killed himself. And so he's trying to cover it up himself.
Correct. Because
To make sure that because of his disability, making sure that he is not also that they don't know that it's his fault either, even though it's not. But the dad thinks he's covering up. The dad tells the son that he's covering up for him
and her, for both of them.
and her.
For all three of them, really.
Even though he thinks in his head that he actually did it. Because he doesn't know that what actually happened.
No, he does.
No,
That's why he's doing it.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, I think he does. He keeps forgetting, but I think deep down he knows what happened.
No, I think he thought he did it. Like the kid killed himself. Not killed himself on purpose, but he found the gun and he's covering it up and took the kid, or that's the implication, is that he took the child to make sure he's not at fault, but he...
No, he knows. He knows because he said she can't take another tragedy in the condition she's in.
Yeah, because the dad, is, the grandpa, thinks that it was the son, or like he's implying that carry the 4. So, well, my assumption of it was the dad was covering up, thinking he was protecting them and himself, but he wasn't telling them that he was protecting himself because he thought that his forgetfulness led the kid to kill himself. Obviously, and then he didn't know that mom was undergoing chemo, and I think that was the secret as well for the grandpa.
Huh?
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
I don't think that grandpa knew.
You don't think the grandpa knew that she was sick and undergoing chemo? Yeah. I do. Okay. I think that's the reason he recognizes, look, this is bad for all of us. That boy is dead because I forgot where my gun was. So I'm responsible. The boy is dead also because the mom was fighting with him with it. Her fingerprints are on the gun and it's going to look like she killed him. Then on top of it, the son came in there, found them and didn't report it to the police. Why didn't you report it to the police? All of the finger pointing is going to be tragic for the entire family. And so I think grandpa takes it upon himself to go, you know what? Maybe my memory loss is a blessing in disguise because my family can't take another tragedy. My daughter-in-law can't take another tragedy. She just lost her son. She's fighting this illness. I don't want my innocent son. It's a tragedy, but to the authorities, it's going to look like a murder cover-up. Mm-hmm. So what we're going to do is we're going to divert everybody's attention from looking for the boy and the gun. Mm-hmm. And we're going to make it look like the monkeys have the gun and the monkeys shot so that the cops are going and looking for the monkeys, but the real gun and the real dead boy I've taken care of with my brother dude that he just saw at the end. They're in cahoots together with that. And what he was telling his son was, I've been burning all the evidence because we can't, they can't see that she went to the hospital that night for a drug overdose. Because then they'll investigate what caused the drug overdose. So any record of what happened, my gun license, her going in the hospital for the drug overdose, I'm going to burn them. And he keeps going out to burn them because every day he's like Memento. He keeps remembering what happened and he keeps needing to cover it up again and again. And he keeps going to the brother in the woods to confirm because he keeps reading the notes to himself and saying, okay, so this is what's this, and this is what this is. So he's going through it every single day, knowing that worst case scenario, if the cops ever find out, they'll blame him and he'll take the fall for the whole thing.
I like it.
That's what I think.
There hasn't been a movie that has stumped me this much the entire film in a long time.
It's 10 steps ahead of you the whole way.
Like the entire film, I was like,
Yeah.
she's a monkey. Oh, she wasn't a monkey, sadly.
Yeah. I was hoping for something. Aliens.
I guess the biggest question is, where did he?
Well, that's the point. No one's ever going to find the body.
No one's ever.
And that's what the grandpa wanted. The point at the end is he was able to take,
and they have to keep going through this charade.
He was able to take the problem of his memory loss and actually turn it into a gift of protecting his family from a terrible, tragic accident that law enforcement would have turned into a crime.
Mm-hmm.
And he's in this perpetual Groundhog Day of covering it up.
And also piecing it together.
The new wife,
he's forgetting,
right?
as well.
And the new wife is like, why is he doing this? She was smart enough to recognize that grandpa isn't just trying to remember things. It's almost like he's trying to forget something.
Mm-hmm.
And why? There's more to this than just his memory loss, because what he's doing every day is suspicious.
Mm-hmm.
He's trying to cover up the overdose and the murder.
Mm-hmm. And everybody else trying to help him, like the therapist. The reason his story didn't make sense is because he was making it up because they knew he wouldn't actually go see a therapist.
Right.
And so that's where all that ties in.
Right.
Which
And
is
then
why it was confusing to the audience.
Right. And then you add to it, he comes in and out of knowing what's going on. So even he himself, when he's reading the notes to remind himself, he's trying to figure out his own cover-up.
Yeah.
Because he forgets he's doing a cover-up. So he's got these notes to himself to try, and he may have even, when he's got his sane thinking cap on, he might be writing notes to himself to throw himself off when he's not thinking right, so that even he can't lead the authorities mishappenly back to the scene of the crime. That when he's thinking right, he's writing notes to himself to mislead himself so that he doesn't even follow the tracks of what he did when he was thinking right. See, as his memory got progressively worse, he wouldn't be able to understand what he's doing and why. He just sees the notes and he's following the notes. So before the disease progressed too far, he created a scenario so good in the cover-up that not only would his son and daughter-in-law not be implicated, but he realized, I have to make sure that even I can't be implicated. I could be brought in for questioning, and I wouldn't even remember what I really did because I've forgotten so much. Mm-hmm. And now what I'm starting to remember are lies that I told myself.
Dang.
Right?
I can't wait for the Akshay Kumar Hindi remake.
So, yeah.
God damn, that was good. It kept me going, man.
Oh.
It kept me going the entire time.
It was 10 steps ahead of me. And then I really didn't
very well pieced together.
Figure it out until the very, very end when you go, okay, here,
you have to sit and think. It's a thinker.
It actually puts you as the audience member in the dad's head at the end, because you don't even realize what's going on like him until the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolute wild.
So
very well pieced together by the director and editor. Making it like a journey for the audience.
Yeah, I'm giving that a gold.
A journey for the audience to go through
that a gold.
And figure out during the film.
Yeah, there's so many moments you're going, what the hell?
I bet if you watch it again, you could like, oh.
Well, now, yeah, if you watch it again,
knowing what you know at the end,
you probably will see some of the hints and the clues that will confirm. What's cool is if you watch it a second time, you may go back and go, wait a minute. Mm-hmm. Maybe it's not that, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure it's the dad.
Yeah. Sounds right.
Knew what happened, covered it up, and before he got too sick, gave himself reminders that would mislead even himself. And he's constantly going through the same motions all the time because the same dad, the good, healthy dad, when he realizes what happens over and over and over again, he tries to cover it up like he did the first time.
Yep.
But each time he does it, he's doing it with wrong clues.
Yep.
Yeah. Dang.
Yeah, I haven't.
That's a mind bender.
It's-
That's Inception level.
And there was some Inception audio, like
Yeah.
there's a couple shout outs, I feel like.
Couple of shout outs to
the
Inception,
score.
but that's Nolan. That's Chris Nolan level
or
right there.
Memento.
That's a Chris Nolan film.
Was the composition.
What is the actual title translation? Because we only were reading it in Malayali, Kishkindha Kaandam. But what does that mean? It translates to the Empire of Holy Monkeys. Sounds right to me. Oh, and it's from an Indian epic?
Ramaya.
It's the story of Lord Rama's meeting with his disciple Hanuman. Hold my stars. So there's even that element of it that we don't know about because we don't know that story?
I picked up on Hanuman elements.
Oh, of course. Anytime we see monkey, Hanuman comes into our mind.
But
we don't know the Indian epic Ramayana by Valmiki.
I that's the anime. That's the anime.
Okay.
Ramaya, but that is not the story that we were just. And also, like, their meeting, they met, and it was a thing, and like
Okay, so hold on. Show more, because it says some of the events that take place in Kishkindha Kaandam. Rama's meeting with Hanuman and Sugriv in the forest.
Yeah, that's a thing. That's where Hanuman and
Rama's
him met.
killing of Bali, who enslaved Sugriv's wife.
Killing of Bali, enslaved.
Jamvat teaching Hanuman about his powers and capabilities.
Yeah, you guys are gonna have.
So
I vaguely remember
Rama is the dad, Sugriv is the husband, and Bali is the wife.
I didn't pick up on all that element. So you guys that know like the story, because obviously the only thing I know are from the adaptions that I've seen or the anime,
right,
of that story.
And
that
you
I've
know more
seen.
than I do.
But those were not like I remember the meeting in the forest, which was nice, but also I didn't pick up on like that was like a huge part of this.
Well, no. It just adds to the. I mean, you guys who know that epic can attest and have seen the film to the brilliance of the film.
Interesting.
Also doing that.
Fourth book in India from Ramayana. A book tells the story of Lord Rama meeting the disciple of Hanuman. Is that like a book? Or is that in the holy text? Is that what it's talking about, the holy text? 'Cause I would like to read it.
Yeah,
if that is the case. If there's like I'm sure there's a lot more of the story than what there's obviously told in like the movie adaptions that I've seen. Dang. I love it when movies make you feel like this in the end. It's like you have to think about it and you have to piece it together.
Yes.
Very similar. We just watched No Smoking.
Yes.
Very different film.
Very different film.
But in terms of a thinker at the end, you have to be like, oh, that meant that and that meant that. Which is awesome. I love it when movies do that.
Principal photography, plot.
What are you looking up?
The movie.
Mm-hmm.
The movie begins with the wedding, right? Okay, so this is just telling you the story. All right, so yeah, that's all that is telling you the story of what we just watched.
Yeah, I bet there's even more of that story undertones that we don't know.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing that the grandpa is Hanuman, right? Because Hanuman is a big protector and servant of Lord Ram.
Right.
If that's the story that we're telling here, and I'm just trying to figure it out. And obviously, that's what he's doing. He's protecting him. What are you looking up now?
What?
What?
Hold on. yeah.
What?
AJ, real, right. Chachu was still alive. He discovered Apupila's memory loss and snuck into his room, finding the pistol. Despite being warned by his grandfather, the child continued to frequently play with the pistol. Trying to find Chachu dead by the pistol with his mother. She was trying to take the gun away from him, who is also, she overdoses. He rushes to the hospital and returns home. He found that Chachu's body's disappeared. In a shocking act of self-preservation, is assumed to have removed the body and later forgotten where he has buried the body. He tells AJ he knows the gun killed Chachu accidentally. Told him he doesn't want to know if the accident happened through Chachu, AJ, or Pravi. He insisted that no one should ever know the truth. Yeah, it's for the family's good. And they maintain that Chachu went missing. And because of his memory, he forgets about the hidden gun, Chachu's death, reliving. Right?
Yeah. We got all that.
Yeah. So that was right about that aspect.
So the other elements, obviously, please let us know and educate us more on like especially the Hanuman.
Yeah.
I picked up on some references, but it seems like there's a lot more there of a story. And also, is there like an actual book, or is it like the Bible style kind of book?
Right.
What Hindus, do they have a sacred text?
Yeah, they have that. There's a lot of books.
There's a lot
that are part of the text, in the same way that the Bible's comprised of 66 books.
Okay, gotcha.
Their texts are books.
Well, based off of
I
might want to read that one specifically about Hanuman, because I feel like that's told a ton.
Yeah.
In Indian films.
Yeah.
So it might be good to know all that information there.
Yeah, I could.
Yeah.
Look this up for a while.
This is a good one because it's a thinker, man.
It is a thinker.
And it also just, it takes you along for the ride.
Yeah.
And holds your balls until the very end.
It really does. And it could have taken you for a ride that you just go off into the netherworld and you're like, what the heck is going on? I don't get this. I don't get this. I don't get this. There's enough to keep you wondering and connected.
Hats off to the director. This looks like his second film.
And the writing?
Writing is by,
Bahul Ramesh.
Hats off to both of you for weaving the story in a very, very good way. The composition.
The score was wonderful.
Great. It carried the suspense and the mystery of it all.
It had some Nolan shout-outs to the
sure.
Hans Zimmer kind of score.
The cinematography by Bahul Ramesh was very nice. And the sound, I don't see it here, but the editor, Suja ES, as well, did a very good job. But the sound of like the ambient sounds and like the kind of creepy sounds almost at times, I thought did a very good job. That was a fun element of the movie.
Acting was uniformly solid.
But this one's all about the story, obviously.
Another original
Malayali film, man.
Interesting, unique story, man, coming out of the Malayalam film industry.
Yeah, they're good at that.
Superlative.
They're very good at that.
Yeah.
And I think it did very well, from what I've heard.
It reminded me a little bit of the Mammootty film that had that kind of supernatural.
Rorschach?
Yeah, Rorschach. That had the addition of the kind of the supernatural, psychological.
Yeah,
it was more psychological going on.
Mm-hmm.
But this is even more complex in terms of who did what, when, why. It keeps you, like I said, it's always 10 steps ahead of you until the very, very end when you realize, oh, that's the other great thing is when it ends, it's not like this big aha moment that you sit back and it all settles on you. It ends and you go, okay, is that what I think happened? And you talk and think about it, and then you get the ending of it.
Why is the guy at the end center on the poster? I'm telling you, there's more.
My suspicion is it stems from the story, the Hanuman story in some way.
Maybe there's like a resurrection or like a Hanuman saves somebody.
Yeah, there's something from that story that Indians who are familiar with it.
I'm telling you, there was more to that with the wave.
Yeah,
at the
there's
end.
more to him.
There's a reason they ended off on that shot.
Well, I believe he helped him.
I think there's more than that. I understand why you think that.
Yeah.
But man, it just feel it even though it'd be like just based off of the knowledge I have, obviously it looked like he was definitely dead. But but it gave you the implication of like, wait, is that? Like one, it can't be. I think he's too old. I don't think that story.
I just think it goes down to something as simple as the fact that these guys fought together as rebels against the authorities, and he knew he could trust him.
It's just weird because that's
to hide something from the same
that's
authorities.
The shot that they ended with,
I know.
and he's centerfold.
Yeah,
centerfold on the poster on IMDb. This is definitely a Hanuman shot of the grandpa. Hanuman often has and it's usually looking up at Lord Ram, I think. And that's very Lord Rami.
Well,
shot,
and then there's the psychologist guy. Yeah, and the bridge. Yeah, it's wonderful. Favorite kind of storytelling where it gets just thought provoking and you're talking about it more and more after you've watched it.
Yeah, that was
fun.
Good. That was good. You'll probably hear about it during the dummies. Shocker! Some Malayali films might be in the dummies. It's the year of Malayali and Tamil. I think Malayali has been well represented.
So consistent for years.
Tamil, I think, is going to dominate this year.
Yeah,
with the dummies. Hindi will have a few good ones.
Yeah,
it's
been a good year.
It's been a very good year for Indian.
It's been a good year for Indian cinema.
Not for I don't think big Indian cinema.
No,
like in terms of the big massy films.
No.
But I think in terms of just great cinema, it's been a fantastic year.
Yeah.
I think we're going to have like 20 films that we would want to put on our top 10.
Yeah, I think your guess is as good as anybody's as to what we would choose to be, in our opinion.
And we got a month.
Number one.
We still got a month.
Yeah.
And there's films that I know are coming out on OTTs that people say it's their favorite of the year.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, that was a fun journey.
That was a lot of fun.
All right.
I really like that. Thank you, stupid babies.
Thank you for waiting.
Thank you.
Thank you for recommending it. Thank you for waiting. If you saw us on YouTube, you saw a very cut up version because of copyright reasons. If you like to see full uncut version of this and other Malayali films, you can head to Patreon. Ooh, white people. Oh.
That worked.
For the full uncut version of this and other Malayali films.
Full Monty.
Let us know what our next Malayali film should be, what you thought about this movie, what your theories are, and any other kind of information that we need to know. And let us know what our next Malayali film should be that we should do a watch along of, and anything else we need to know down below. Pondu. On the next watch along.